Hello, people. This one is gonna be a true story. So, about 15 or 16 or 17 years ago, when I still lived in Latvia, in a small town called Dundaga, and well, we actually lived about 1 mile outside the town center, and so it was about middle of winter, and me and my brother were outside just playing, I don't know, throwing snowballs or making snowmen. And I noticed that my brother went into the forest, and so I thought, I'm just gonna go follow him, surprise him. And then suddenly also a neighbor's dog, she was a female dog, and I think she was cinnamon color, so suddenly she joined me as well. And I noticed that she started sniffing my brother's footsteps and was following them. So I thought, oh, this is good, I can let my brother actually out of sight, and then afterwards I'm gonna find him with the help of my neighbor's dog. And so it felt really good, I felt like a real detective, because there was this dog following my brother's footsteps. And I just felt very excited. I thought I'm gonna find him and surprise him. And so we just kept following, and forest got, it was going on for a while, so the forest changed, like the trees were different. And at some point we entered the part of a forest where it was very thick. I think it was loads of thick fir trees, which meant there was no more snow on the ground, therefore I could not see the footsteps anymore. However, the dog was still sniffing the ground, and it appeared like she was still following my brother's footsteps. So I thought, well, that's fine, because dogs are good at that. And then at one point the dog just ran away. I couldn't believe it, because we were like friendly neighbors. I knew the dog and the dog knew me, and we played together sometimes. And then suddenly, for no reason, the dog just ran away, and she left me in the forest. And by this time I was in the part of the forest where I had never been, so therefore I didn't know actually where I was. I knew I was in the forest, but I didn't know where exactly. And so because I was not able to sniff my brother's footsteps, so I was not able to follow him anymore. So there's nothing else for me left to do other than just go back home. So therefore I turned around and went in direction that I thought is where home is. But however, after some time I realized I could not find home, because the forest kept changing, and it was different from what it was before. So I realized I got lost. But then I thought, well, no worries about that, because in Dundaga, where I lived, there's a big TV tower. It's about 180 meters high, which is about 600 feet. So you can basically see it from anywhere. If you are in the town or around it, even like few miles away, you can see the tower. So I thought, no problem, I'm just gonna look for the tower, I'm gonna find it, and I'm gonna go back home. But I couldn't see the tower, so I thought, okay, I'm just gonna climb a tree. So I found the tallest tree, which was fir tree with loads of branches close together, so it was very good and safe for climbing. So I climbed that one. It was about maybe 20 or 30 meters high, really tall one. So I climbed that one all the way to the top, and I still wasn't able to see the tower. So I climbed down, I walked a bit, I found another tallest tree at that point. So I climbed that one. I climbed that one to the top, and I still didn't see the tower. So at this point now I really started panicking a bit, because now I realized that I am lost. Because before I climbed the tree, I was like nearly 100% sure that I will climb the tree to the top and I will see the tower, and then I'm just gonna go towards the tower and I will find my way back home. But now, when I had done that, and when I had climbed the tree and when I did not see the tower, then I realized that I was actually properly lost. Many times before we've been going into the forest, and it never happened before. I always found my way back home, but now I was lost. So because this was 15, 16, 17 years ago, there was no like phones with GPS and maps, so of course I had nothing like that on me. So I was lost. But then of course, I just kept walking. It was middle of winter, so everything was frozen. There was snow, and then at some point I saw like a big pond, lake, quite a big space of water that was all frozen. And because at that time it was very cold, so I knew that the ice would be thick enough to walk across. So I walked across that, and I kept walking, and I was lost, because all the forest was just completely different from what I've seen before. And then suddenly I heard the branch breaking noise. So I looked, and there were two big forest pigs, or boars. So I got frozen, because I knew I should maybe run, or better yet climb a tree, but I was so scared that I couldn't move. And before I heard frozen with fear, I never really experienced that until this moment, because when I knew I should move but I could not, I was that scared. And then thankfully the pigs were scared of me as well, so they just, when they noticed me, so they ran away. So I was very, very relieved, very thankful for that. And then couple minutes after that, I kept walking. Couple minutes later I found a little kind of forest road, and I thought, oh, this is good, this must be leading to somewhere. It was like maybe tractors been driving there. So I kept walking on that, and then a few more minutes later this forest road led onto a big road which I actually knew, and now I knew where it was. It was just a couple miles away from where I lived. So I just got back on that road and walked back home, and I was home about the time it was completely dark. I didn't mention that as all this was happening, it was getting dark, because it was maybe 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and in the middle of the winter at this time it's already getting dark. So it was good that I got out of the forest before it got completely dark. So this is one of the things that has made me who I am today. And thank you very much for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day.